he would have approached me. And the truth, I know it's not easy for everyone to, that he has a house, he's finally 60 something years old, and I can understand him. And as I am, the true person I am, I'm very forgiven. But this guy had also in his head, through the Rubenstein, he won't go up on stage and tell this for the jury that what I did to him. He won't have that guts to do that. And that was the plan. That I'm not gonna make it understand. Yeah. I can talk a lot, I can say I'm gonna do it, but this he's so stupid. He's not gonna. We're gonna make fun of him, and he's not gonna know where.
So you want to prove yourself that you're gonna do it.
So that gave me the first shot. You know what? I'll show you guys who I am, and there you got it.
Did they try?
You asked for it, you got it.
Did they try to buy off people around you to go against you or to show you?
My mom, my mother, and for that thing itself, I would never forgive him.
What did they do? What did they do?
My mother till today's date, she's not gonna tell me exactly who came to her because she's afraid that I'm gonna go and really do something bad to them. But they offered her $2 million.
Somebody called her on the phone?
I don't know exactly how it went, but I think she reported it though, but she didn't tell me though. And they gave her a card to come to a hotel meeting, and she can buy a house from Israel to Brooklyn or whatever, from anywhere she wants. Well, they give her bodyguards, and they'll take away my father from her because she wants to they'll whatever. They told her a whole fantasy dream what's not what, and she should fall for it and testify something what's not true. And the day mamish 10 minutes before the judge started talking, my mother told me at that time what was going on. So I told it for my detective in front of the DA, and they took it very, very seriously.
So, what's the guy's name? Lebowitz. The Lebowitz guy, his people tried to bribe your mother to buy her off so that she should say what?
Who, but someone.
So she say that you're lying, or that she should say what?
Exactly, but she didn't even tell me. I never spoke to her what the plan was. She had to do, because she's really frightened that I'm gonna do something bad to them.
Wow. What effect did it have? Okay.
When the story happened with Lebowitz, right? With you and Lebowitz, was he horrible to you? Was he trying to force you, or was he trying to be nice?
He was forcible in a nice way,
What happened?
It's I'll explain it to make it look the best way. Is, let's say Laser weren't here, and I would come to you, and I would cry to you please let me have a chance. The same thing, you would be pressured to let me do something. The same thing I had it. So it wasn't. You understand? He did it. It was forced, but not forced.
You pitied him.
Something like that. I don't know how.
That's the way molesters usually work. That's the whole game of how they work. That's the hat. That's the bad thing.
Makes sense.
They manipulate you. And
makes sense. But how am I gonna get back? Who is gonna educate me? That's my question. What's gonna happen after everything?
It's a lot of reading to do. Therapy. A lot of therapy.
Okay.
And also realizing what's the religion and what's just the community's way of keeping control. A lot of the community stuff, they hide a lot of the stuff which is separate from the religion. Has nothing to do with the religion. So your religious belief is separate from what happened to you. But just because someone's religious doesn't mean they're a good person.
And you can't feel guilty. It's also the feeling.
None of it's your fault. Actually, let's talk about the religion.
The reason he feels guilty now is because...
Why do you feel?
Because Lebowitz was put away and by people who were trying to trick. So people used him to put away a person who should be in jail, but people used him to put away.
Do you feel guilty now for putting him away?
I don't feel guilty, but I feel it was on, like you said,
Like you got the brunt of it all for no reason? Like you're the bad person, but somebody else really manipulated you to do...
No, what's no manipulation?
Didn't need manipulation.
The story was it's such a straight story, but I think what he just said that, and I think also that way, it makes sense. I'm being more convinced in my head that it has to be that way. That it was a whole group was premeditating a plan, and it didn't work out because they couldn't communicate with me. and I wasn't ready to settle with anything. I was so mad,
You were just a part of the plan.
and they had, I guess, the wrong person to
What
do it.
happens to all these other guys? How come you didn't like go up against anybody else? If someone, because you said a lot of people, different rabbis molested you, different people, which you didn't talk about everybody. But if someone gave you a chance also to talk about them or to put them away, what do you think would be the right move to do to guys like these? Because there's a lot of other people that hurt you or hurting other guys.
There were the other people who hurt me, and they called me up. They asked me for forgiveness, and I did forgive them.
They called you up out of the blue. They just called you up.
Yeah.
Because they heard a story from Lebowitz, they
Yeah.
got scared, so they called to
They
forgive
called me
me,
up.
and you forgive them.
And and that made you feel like, okay, you're owning up to it. That made you feel that was enough.
That that gave me like, I'm not the bad person, like, because I'm always the bad person. Even like I told you, like, let's go away for a second from language. Go with what the effects from it happened. When I confront now a girl, I don't know how to deal with that the same way like I had with the other girl. I was laying in the same bed with her. If I was trying to touch her, it was bad, and she told my friends that I have to make a move. So I try to make a move. Don't touch me. Don't push me. You have to wait for the right moment. I was always in the back. I'm always the bad one. It's like all people always keep on putting me down for I don't know for which.
Or you feel that they are.
There must be a reason why I feel that way. No one feels that way for nothing.
But I'm sure people
In
are not pretty
childhood, they
Maybe.
put you down.
I guess.
Okay, I want to ask though about the religious, the connection now, because obviously, as much as you say it's not, these people doesn't show everybody that's religious and it has nothing to do with it. It obviously affected your religious belief because you changed the way you look. And so, how do you feel now about religion?
Nothing. I feel like an atheist, but I feel bad feeling like an atheist because I want to believe in live up to the place where I come from, like to be Jewish. That's why I wear like I have a necklace. I represent myself like as a Jew because I am a Jew, and I want to go on with like my father always told me. I remember the only time my father once cried to me. He told me that I shouldn't break the golden thread from our family, you know. And he said the same thing for Leibowitz also. If you go and take off your beard, you go into McDonald's and eat, you don't have to give me money. I'll drop the case. Look like how my son looks, and then you can go free.
Really?
You understand? So it's like,
He spoke to Leibowitz and told him that?
what?
Your father spoke to Leibowitz?
No, but he told it for someone in Israel. He went in Israel, like I think like one time it was whatever.
One of Leibowitz's people.
Yeah, what confronted him. I wasn't there with him, and he told it.
Oh, wow.
And money not issues. He should take off his big beard and pay us and go to McDonald's like my son goes into McDonald's, and we're good.
Why do you think that this thing will be good as a movie? What will we bring out good with making a movie like this?
Because I think that eventually, the way I am right now, I'm very unstabilized in a way, in mentally thinking, because I still don't have the right thing. But people, because I did the whole thing, you know, I'm a center of attention, and a lot of people got to know me. So maybe I'll have the chance to show for everybody else.
To speak up.
To speak up and let them know that how to deal when those problems in life come to you, how to deal with it, and a lot of things people think only they have, and let them know other people have the same problems, and you're not
alone, and if
you're
you
not alone.
survived, everybody can survive.
Exactly, and like they'll see how bigger I'm gonna become. Everybody's gonna be like automatically. It's gonna be like a movie. Like damn, he made it. We can all make it. You know. I really think it's gonna be very, very, very like now. I'm talking like that because I have no clue what the hell is going on, you know. But I know for sure, there's no doubt if I would be, let's say, when I was younger and I saw such a movie, telling me what's going on and talking to me like, not like in the when non-Jewish people make a movie, we didn't have the connection to it. But if a Hasidic producer is like produce a movie and they let me know the right secrets, what I'm supposed to know to lead my life to, I wouldn't end up like this. So I feel like I have a chance to change a lot of people's lives around. I'll show them how my life was, and how and how I changed it around.
You think your life will be in danger if you do the film? You told me last
Yeah,
time. You think Kellner would try to stop you because we're gonna
I
blow
don't
his
know who's trying to
cover?
stop me. I don't know who's trying to stop me, but I think for sure I'll be threatened by the community. I don't know about whom yet,
Why? Why do you think you'll be threatened?
because they don't like to expose those secrets.
But this Leibowitz guy is in prison now. Right?
Not leverage secrets.
What secrets? Everything in the yeshiva system?
Yeah, to education.
Well, everything that happened really to the story.
Would your
Not
parents be
even
okay
only
with it?
with the story, just educate you not to bully kids and about molestation and about rabbis, how they deal with kids, whatever, and everything. You know, it's a whole big cult. Like and the women are not educated, and that's also a big problem by us. Which I also want to put in, which I think we'll have so much time for it, but I had this interference with a married woman, and I got to talk with her also, and she also told me so much stuff. She would like, and this is sick, you know. No one is educating us. Only the men who are like, you know, a little bit wise. They're allowed to do whatever they want. They come home to their wives. No wives don't know shit. And when they get 50 years old, now they know really what's going on. So.
Do you think your parents? What about your mother? Would she be okay with you doing the movie?
Sure.
How does your mother feel about the whole center of attention that happened to you?
She's very torn apart with that.
How come?
Because
Which
she
part
looks
was
at
the
me
hardest
that no
one?
one gives a damn for me. I'm home all day, sitting depressed. I'm home all day. So what she thinks, she has a son, and she didn't see enough that they did to me in schools all over, and she still has to see me at home still, but they're 23 years old, and my older brother is gonna have to skip me. I don't mind, you know. I like.
Skip you to what? Just because?
No, to become married, you know. But she looks back like, what's gonna be with my son's really? You know, he's also my son. So.
Does she feel like maybe she also believes that maybe there was a whole shtick going on the?
By now, everybody thinks the same.
Everybody thinks there was a problem.
Everybody by now, you know, like it's no big secret. Like it's just a big shocking to come out with it and to let everybody know exactly what was going on. It's gonna be interesting. But
when was the first time you told your mother?
What?
When was the first time you told your mother what happened to you?
I don't know, late. And I almost never discussed those kind of stuff with her.
Does she ever feel guilty? Do you know how she feels? Does she talk
feel
about it?
Guilty?
About you being in yeshiva system? Does she talk about
Very
the yeshiva
guilty,
system?
yeah. Very guilty. She wants to kill herself because she sent into Krasny Yeshiva because Kasha Rebbe told this that I have to be there. They tortured me over there, and Kasha Rebbe told her, you have to leave your kid there. So my mother did it. Because the community. Because the Rebbe said. And my father told my mother, no, get me Yad Torah for good education. And Yad Torah does have a good education. No. Because the Rebbe said like that. Okay, so the Rebbe said.
Does your mother still follow so strongly what the
Hell
Rebbe said?
no. She's and completely non-Jewish at all.
She's not religious.
At all.
But only by herself.
But yeah.
Inside.
If the movie comes out and we see the truth that happened, and then the Leibowitzes try to go to retrial again because they see the story was that someone tried to make money, how would you feel if he comes out of prison afterwards? Will you feel, okay, maybe it's better he's out of prison but he should go for help, or would you be angry and say, no, rather you should sit in jail? Just your feelings, whatever you feel.
It's a hard question. No, I'll tell you, it's a hard question because...
Of course it's a hard question.
I'll tell you why. Because the thing and let's get it, most people get this thing wrong. The thing what he did to me, molesting is one thing. And the thing what he did to me by the trial, that was the second thing. And this is two separate things.
What was the second thing?
Understand? Before the trial, like he just asked me, you would let him go, right? And that was it. That not let him go, but he would get away. Like it would be like a message.
Yeah.
But now he asking after everything what happened, and he was so convinced to kill me. He was out there to kill me. You should stay in prison forever.
What happened to you? How do you know that he was out there to kill you? Besides trying to buy up your mother, did he do other stuff to try to get you?
Because I look back now on a review. Like if you can make review, The other guy, what's his name, Tarkito, might go in jail because he made a deal with them. And Tottenham, they screwed over. They gave him a lawyer that should make whatever that he should be able to drop the case, and then ended up giving him a penny.
They were supposed to pay him off?
Yeah, they didn't pay him off, and I was the one who never spoke to no one. So like I am always, I never spoke to no one, and I was always the one who this is the story, and this is what I'm gonna say.
Is it possible you never had a chance to talk to them because someone was making sure that you don't talk to them? So because they were trying to make money at the same time. If they make a deal with you, they
I was like I was always on the loose, walking around. I was never like you could find me any day in the street.
If someone comes to fight you, are you ready to fight back?
I would kill him.
How would you do that?
My hands in his eyes. For real.
So, what do you think is the worst thing of the system? This yeshiva system? What do you think is the worst thing?
The worst thing of the yeshiva system for me is the thing of I don't know how we're gonna educate the people about sexuality, but we do have to do it because it's so important. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's such a big issue. If I should have if we have more time, if we can go into it. This itself is a very big thing. I don't know how will we be able to let them know the message? How?
So you think it's the lack of sexual education, or the lack of?
Because there has to be But I don't even know in public school. Is there any?
Yes.
By which age?
Sex ed.
Parents.
Since
by which age?
10 starts.
10.
Starts probably, yeah.
So, how about?
And you think that would stop? That would stop molestation?
That gives more education to let you know what your part is all about.
What your body.
Your body's all about,
and
how you want to respect your body. Some people don't. Some people do. But you can make your own decisions.
It's very good. So you own your body.
Yeah.
So you think the way you would change the system is by giving sexual education to yeshiva students, and that would change the molestation. That would change.
Also, this and the bullying.
How would the bullying be stopped?
Bullying, I don't know if that's also a big question.
Is there a lot of bullying in yeshivas? There's a lot of bullying in a lot of schools.
Yeah, and they tried, and they are doing stuff by the way to try to stop it. And I would also want to come out against bullying, molestation, and they should put the right teachers in place. They shouldn't just put teachers who don't have money at home to put bread on the table, and then they have a bad day with their wife and they come to yeshiva, and by yeshiva it's not like public school. That comes in with some and he screams, he can do whatever he wants. He has a bad day. No one monitors him. No one writes him up if he does something wrong. There's no
Is he physical? Does he get physical?
Rabbis, they could get physical. They can do whatever they want. And so understand, there's no government thing takes authority on that. So he comes and they put the wrong people, rabbis, for rabbis, people who doesn't know how, people who can put down students, how do you say for shame? Embarrass students, fight with them like I was his age.
Wow.
Do such kind of stuff and instigate the clash to be against me. That would happen to me. I don't know if other people
one rabbi specifically.
Yeah, and he instigated the whole clash should be against me, and all those kind of stuff. All those.
On top of all that, they molest children.
Yeah, and they themselves did do it.
How old are you, Rudy?
Huh?
How old are you?
Now I'm 22.
Okay.
So
the main idea is to make a film and to show really the truth what goes on about us.
What goes on behind the scenes.
And hopefully we'll be able to change it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know off the top of your head how many people, authority figures, did sexual things to you, with you? More than 5?
I'm not up there for that. I don't know.
But he wasn't just the only one, right? The Lebowitz guy wasn't the only one.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking back. If any in the authority. Not really.
How many times in your life you got molested?
That's a hard question, but
But to get molested once is a bad thing, and that can affect you forever.
Molestation itself is a difference when you get molested by the own age, by younger, or by adult, or by authority, or you get molested by a cop, or let's say like a big chief, whatever, is gonna come rape you. You're gonna be afraid to go to cops because he's the, you understand. So it depends who does it.
Yeah.
So like those kind of people, like you want to talk about like the people that like from the authority did it to me, very very few.
So when the
Maybe
son,
on one hand.
so when Leibowitz's son asked
Leibowitz
you,
was one from the 1 or 2 or 3 what I have in my hand with it, what from the who I looked up to.
That did
it
it.
shocked me. Stuff happen all the time. Okay, we know it's wrong, but not
what was the biggest shock, the son or the father?
the son.
Because he was a Rosh Hashiva.
Yeah.
And he was the one that wanted to have a
The son
threesome
was
with
the
you
biggest
after.
shock. Yeah, the son was as much a bigger shock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have enough. Thank you.